Wow. How you doing, everybody? We are going live. Deep dives in the desert. So Lisa and I wanted to go live and talk about a few things, and I hope everybody's week went well.
Oh, I'm trying to see what's on Facebook.
So I hope everyone is doing well. And there's some crazy stuff with the pyramids, right? And what they found, and what it could mean, and and so what do you think about that, bitch?
It's kind of exciting. Oh, our camera's doing something.
What?
It just, but did you
Oh,
see?
yeah.
So we're having camera problems with one of our cameras, and we switched cameras, and now this one's doing it. So I'm not sure what that is, but I am trying to fix
Why is it going on?
because it's not on Rumble.
We could just put a view on Rumble.
Let me see. You want to talk, and then
Yeah.
I'll see if I can fix this.
So, yeah. So anyway, so it goes to figure. Italian guys found it, which is right. That's cool. And yeah, so you got a Filippo in there, and a Corrado. And Corrado Malanga sounds. If you didn't watch The Sopranos, when he came down, Junior came down and shot Tony in the stomach. He said, "Buddy Malanga," and he shot him because that's a mob name. Anyway, so what Filippo, that was from Scotland University, University of Scotland, and Corrado is from the University of Pisa. So I guess with their equipment, they found some stuff with their radar way underneath, going way deep in the ground, and I'm sure we'll talk more about that. But we also wanted to talk about transformation and some manifestation as well.
Yeah.
And once Lisa catches her breath.
His phone was off.
My phone is off. Oh,
that is not off.
Well,
Look, do you see what's happening with the camera?
Yeah. So that could also be. I have an amazing amount of intuitive energy.
I'm wondering if we should
What?
I was just thinking, I wonder if we should pull out and pull back in, but maybe not. No. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, so let's get started about talking about the pyramid thing, because hey guys.
Hi everybody.
How
Hi
are
Ken.
you?
Hey Stephanie.
Hey Stephanie.
How you doing?
And
hi,
Emma's
Emma.
here. Hi Emma. The pyramid thing. So I went on Marina Jacobi. You want to share? I put it on X.
Okay.
She's on Rumble and she's on YouTube, but she's streaming now from X mostly, I noticed. And I don't, either one, it's okay. I don't watch it live usually anymore. I don't catch it on X. But anyway, so she was talking about, she got a download and stuff about the pyramids. And this is where you can go back and watch the replays if you want to. You see that watch the replay here. Mm-hmm. She got a whole download. I'm not going to go over everything, but I do highly suggest watching her her video. But what she said was, this was season 8, episode 12 about the Giza pyramids. And they were saying that the pyramids were all over the planet, like a grid or mm-hmm. like a web that they're doing. Let's stop sharing for a minute and go back here. And they were saying that she got a download that the signal that those coils and stuff that they were finding it turns into a sonic somatic tone, and that these can create portal sectors in space-time, which I thought was crazy. Can you guys hear us okay? Because when it's glitching, are our voices glitching too?
You can hear us good?
Or is it...
How you doing, Victor?
Hey, Victor. How are you, my friend? I'm so excited to see you in Grafton soon. I can't wait. Anyway, so going back to the pyramids, they were saying that this creates a portal sector in time-space, and that it creates a vacuum in time-space that can be etheric and have an energetic charge. Can they say we can still hear you when it's glitching? Okay, good. Thank you.
Cool.
Anyway, so then she also got a download that this can also change matter with sound waves. So the actual like pyramid itself or the room or things like that, because it's etheric, that it can change it with the sound waves that are created. And there was more about it. I don't want to say everything that she got because, you know, I really want you to watch the show, but also it's like her stuff. I just wanted to tell you about it. But it was more about the planetary grid of all of the pyramids and what they do and what the pyramids can do together on that, which was really, really cool when they're activated. And it's definitely worth watching. It was really interesting. And it was like her Council of Nine that she channels with were like telling her all kinds of stuff now that that's coming and more to come. So it's really, really good. Season 8, episode 12. You can see it on X. And she has a website too.
Yeah, she at marinajacoby.com. Right? Mm-hmm. And also Stephanie, she said that she's going to check Marina out. And I would say, was a very big part of Lisa really advancing. And learning about the quantum field. So big part of your journey. I
think so. I would say if I was going to say two people that impacted me the most, it would definitely have first been Marina. Mm-hmm. And then it would be Katie from Katie and the Chorus.
Yeah.
Those two people are like fundamentally changed the way that I viewed reality and how I kind of move through the world, I would say.
Yeah. You know what? And I think for me too, but it wasn't as dramatic as how you kind of quantum leaped. But no, the same thing. And especially for me, like Katie, because she really makes me expand the way I think.
Yeah.
So anyway, but Marina really is great. And if you have any type of scientific mind like she does, it's just something that it really resonates.
It makes me think that, like when you're interested in things as a young person and stuff, and you don't realize like why I'm reading physics books. Like, why would I knew I wasn't going to be in physics. Like, I don't like math and, all of those things, but the concepts in those, the theory was really, really interesting to me. And it always caught my attention. And then kind of moving across till now and getting to understand concepts and seeing things the way that I do it in visions, where there's definitely geometry that's involved in what I'm doing, the numerological stuff that has to do in and around even the Grabovoi codes and stuff, but realizing the numerical relevance in the quantum field and having that, but you have to have that basis, right? So you don't even realize when you're like looking at stuff that's interesting to you when you're younger, and then you're kind of coming into it later and to kind of see how that all builds.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. And I just like, the way she, and she just, the way she explains it. And especially how I was into like The Secret and I was starting to do this a while back, but everyone just, said, hey, if you want to, be better, get better. If you want to, all these dumb sayings.
Oh,
and then, but it's like, no one said how to actually do it, but she actually said it and does it with the, her coordinate chart, and it's actually in the quantum on how it works. And so it gives you a basis of how to actually do it. So, which is why I think it's the catalyst of how, what we do.
Me too, Stephanie. When Marina first started, I think I found her at the end of her, I want to say it was the end of her second season. Maybe it was the beginning of her third. It was somewhere in there. I found her. And I was obsessed. Yeah. I watched her stuff over and over and over and over. And then I was on her lives every single Saturday. Come rain or shine, I was there. It was like everybody knew, don't call me, I'm not answering. I was on with her for her lives, and I was getting something every single time. So I really loved her. I eased off, of course, now, but I used to be like a weekly contributor to her, like donating to her and all of that, because I was just like, just there. So, but anyway, it was really interesting. So that was interesting. And then, we have that video. I'm going to show that video that was really interesting about that. If we do share screen, does it share audio too? Mm-hmm. Okay. And I want to show this video. It's just a couple of minutes, but it explains the
legal migrant.
It was this one.
2022 via MDPI, entitled Synthetic Aperture Radar Doppler Tomography reveals details of undiscovered high-resolution internal structure of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Their research was conducted using SAR data, synthetic aperture radar, along with proprietary software developed by Filippo Biondi that transforms the radar signals into phononic information, which allows for the detection of millimetric vibrations. This cutting-edge technology is capable of revealing underground structures invisible to traditional methods and revealed internal structures never seen before. Having established their expertise in using SAR to explore pyramid structures non-invasively, a recent press release on their current project was released last Saturday. This March 15th press release summarized the key findings in the team's research of the second largest pyramid of the Giza Plateau, known as the Khafre Pyramid. And what they found was astonishing. The analysis of dozens of tomographic SAR images obtained from different angles enabled the 3D reconstruction of inside the pyramid of Khafre and deep beneath the surface of the plateau. Near the base of the pyramid, 5 identical structures are seen, connected by geometric pathways. Inside each of these are 5 horizontal levels and a sloping roof. Below these 5 structures are 8 cylindrical structures, which appear to be vertical wells, hollow inside, and surrounded by descending spiral pathways. These 8 vertically aligned cylindrical structures, arranged in 2 parallel rows from north to south, descend to a depth of 648 meters, where they all merge into 2 large cubic structures, measuring approximately 80 meters per side. The entire structure extends approximately 2 kilometers beneath the surface and extends beneath all 3 pyramids of the Giza Plateau complex. Mainstream Egyptology tells us that the Giza pyramids were tombs for pharaohs Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure, and that they were built around 2500 BC using ramps, sledges, and levers. But the redundant mathematics in their construction, which include pi, the golden ratio, and the speed of light, along with the testimony of today's expert architects, suggests that the official story does not hold up. The massive underground structure revealed by the recent SAR data shows what appears to be a mechanical or functional system, and this has been hypothesized in the past. Nikola Tesla believed that the pyramids could harness Earth's natural frequencies. This arguably inspired his experiments in wireless energy transmission and scalar waves. In the Giza power plant, Christopher Dunn argued that the Great Pyramid was a power-generating machine using resonant and acoustic forces to convert mechanical stress into electricity. In the Giza Death Star, Joseph Farrell proposed that the Great Pyramid of Giza was a weapon of mass destruction using a type of physics that he calls paleophysics to focus energy as a scalar weapon. The cylindrical wells could be conduits for energy or sound waves, and the cubic structures might serve as energy storage or stabilization units, akin to components in a large-scale weapon or generator. And the detection of vibrations in the pyramid's internal structures reflects all of these ideas. The Khafre project hopes to plan an excavation in order to discover more about this underground structure, but history shows that this will be very difficult to get approval for. Greg Reese reporting.
Is that incredible?
Wow. I can't believe how deep it goes.
Yeah.
And why are they still showing human beings going like this with sticks when it's like 900-ton stones?
I don't know, but I was like looking at the structure of that and wondering, you were saying that 1/3 episode I watched every week live too.
Marinas.
Oh yeah. Yes. You're watching it at the same time. Yeah, that was really interesting. So anyway, so that was the Giza thing. So we'll see how that unfolds. I'm sure that it's just the beginning of something pretty amazing and us finding out that, things were not the way that we thought it was. And do you guys think, I'm wondering if they're going to have to come to terms with the fact that it might not have been built by the people they thought it was built by.
Yeah, I mean, would it go back to like the Atlanteans?
Well, I believe that if you listen to like the Thoth or, you know, that kind of stuff, I think that they were saying that the people that were in Atlantis were the people that kind of moved and built Egypt. It wasn't like the other way around or something. It was like Atlantis, then Egypt.
Right. So they would have had a hand. They would have had, because they were supposed to be highly technologically advanced, right?
Yeah.
So they could have done. They could have.
But I mean that, you know, I think that I think it will be. And there was more to. I was just reading Victor's thing where it says he's hoping that it's a catalyst for change that we've been waiting for. I think it will be. And I think these things are going to just start unrolling. I don't know if you guys saw the interview that I did with Tyler on Journey to Truth, but we were talking about that. It was like, you know, all of these things that are right under our awareness, and we just didn't understand or have the ability to look at them in terms of what they really were. But these things, I think they're going to start rolling out really quickly. And it's going to be probably one thing after the other after the other. It feels like everything's speeding up.
Yeah, and they said that not only the pyramids, like Emma was saying, that they have been switched to light, but they're saying that they were built on massive energy, where they were strategically placed, so they can be, you know, portals or whatever they'll turn into, but they were placed there for a very specific reason, and it's supposed to be a lot of good energy there that can, you know, can be very powerful when they all align.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, that's what I'm saying. It's worth watching Marina's season 8, episode 12, because she has a lot more to that download, and it's talking about, yes, Ken, ley lines and you know, just what they do, like on a planetary like grid. So it was really, really fascinating, and it's kind of exciting to see, you know, just what we're going to be unfolding. And, you know, she has said for years, Marina, and I totally agree with her, that history is going to have to be rewritten.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no way around it.
Hey, Jace.
Hey,
how you doing, Jace?
How are you, my friend? I hope you got my email. I was late sending you. Sorry about that. Anyway, so that was pretty cool. With the pyramids. And I think that, you know, the fact that what I heard was that it's not getting covered the way that it should have been getting covered because
he got it.
Oh, good. Okay. It wasn't covered the way, because they didn't have to get permission, because they didn't have to go in and be granted any like permission to be on the site, and because they'd used it like with satellites and things like that. So, you know, they weren't, the Egyptologists and stuff like that, they weren't a part of that.
Hey, Lori.
And, hey, Lori. And so because of that, you know, they're not really covering it. And so mainstream news isn't really covering it to that degree. And the Italians are, because it was Italians that like covered it. So they decided to have that, but not for them. Like, you know, would that have fallen under the radar?
That was crazy. I heard what the real story was too with the Italians.
Gosh,
they were flying over looking for land for a pizzeria.
Oh.
And they found the pyramid.
Via satellite?
Boom.
Hey, man, how are you? Yeah, so I don't know. I think it's gonna start to unravel now, and it's gonna be super, super interesting and exciting. And then we were looking at some of the stuff that was going on just, you know, here, and looking at, and I found this like little 1.5 minute clip from the White House stuff. We're not going to cover all of it. Like, we're going to play it, but we're not going to talk about all of it, but we'll definitely look at a few things afterwards, because some of it I think could be controversial, but it is what it is. They talk the way they talk, right? Scroll up.
Foreign terrorists and Tren de Aragua members to El Salvador. President Trump also launched decisive and
sorry,
it was another very busy week here at the Trump White House. Here are the facts. President Trump invoked the Alien Enemies Act to deport illegal migrant foreign terrorists and Tren de Aragua members to El Salvador. President Trump also launched decisive and powerful military action against Houthi terrorist bases in Yemen. Companies like Boeing, Johnson & Johnson, and NVIDIA announced billions of dollars in new investments in America, which will bring thousands of new jobs to communities like yours across the country. President signed an executive order aimed at dismantling the Department of Education after decades of declining academic performance despite trillions of dollars being spent on this federal agency. NASA astronauts who were abandoned by the Biden administration were finally brought home safely thanks to President Trump and Elon Musk. President Trump also delivered on his promise to release the JFK files with no redactions for the American public's consumption. And President Trump became the first sitting president in history to address a crypto conference. And last but certainly not least, egg prices have officially fallen more than 50% since President Trump took office.
Wow.
Gas prices have declined nationally for the 4th straight week in a row, and we are on our way to renewing the American dream. We are not tired of winning yet. We'll see you for next week's MAGA Minute.
Okay, is that up? Okay. Okay. So, a lot in that, a lot going on in there.
Also, I saw that they just launched a brand new. I don't know if anyone saw this last night. It was on late last night. They named it the F-47. It's the new fighter jet that we have. It is supposed to be. Trump was talking about it with some of the generals and then some of the Air Force guys and Pete Hegseth. That it is the most highly technological fighter jet that has ever been in existence, far and above, generations above anybody else in the world. And that we'll have air dominance for generations with this technology. It can literally hold almost a massive amount of drones on it to get sent out. And they didn't even show the whole picture of it, but it's a brand new fighter jet that we have. So it was it's exciting just so we can protect ourselves and our allies.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, I am most excited about the jobs that are coming in because it felt like we were on a decline.
Oh, we were.
For such a long time, and us being in our 50s, we're both 54, and getting to see America in a different way back when we were kids and then in our like early teens, early adult life. I feel like, we have, thank you, Lori, and you and all of us, everybody that's here, right? Because it's been.
Gotta have pizza for lunch.
I know, I was putting it up there. Anyway, so I think that I'm most excited about the jobs, and just to watch, people in America kind of, because there's people that are in this community that kind of feel like we're on an ascension timeline, but that we all know, I believe, people who are kind of oblivious to that. And, just to be, in a.
Can I tell you, I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
I was like, I look all of 64 and she looks all of 35.
No, I do not. No,
It is nuts. I don't know. I got to get a better filter.
Oh,
I need a filter, guys.
they have filters. We can put filters on here if you want. We can even get puppy ears or something if you want.
Or just a brown bag would be good. Throw right over my head. Holy shit, we look.
No, but what are you guys most excited about on that stuff that they said? I mean, there's going to be parts of it I know that people disagree with.
Yeah.
And they're not super happy about, but
a big thing with that Tren de Alagua gang,
yeah,
they were taking over like buildings, and Trump said it last night too. He said, they were literally, the guy called the cops and they cut the guy's fingers. I mean, they're brutal.
Yeah, no, I know.
And they were saying, turn around and bring that plane back. The judge said. I mean, that's pretty wild.
Yeah, I know. But, and you know what, too? Not for nothing, but egg prices were ridiculous.
Yeah, it was like almost $1 an egg.
They were more than $1 an egg because when we get the organic ones, it was like $13.99 for a dozen here. It was like ridiculous. So I don't know. I think that is going to be a big relief, and the gas prices going down. Like I already showed that.
Okay.
You never paid attention. Oh, stop.
Oh, my bad.
Anyway, so I think that is chicken feed. It's going down or it's expensive, or both. It was crazy. But, just those kind of things going down on top of new jobs coming in.
Mhm.
We kind of had been shipping off our jobs, for decades,
Yeah.
a couple of decades since Bill Clinton for sure.
Yeah, and now we got Nvidia is I think they're doing like $100 billion investment here.
What is NVIDIA? Do you know?
Yeah, they're a big AI company.
Oh, okay.
They were the first one, like they shot out of with their stock. Their stock went through the roof. They were one of the biggest companies ever. It actually propped up the stock market for a little while.
Oh, okay.
But what happens when the regulations are cut and when they know they're not going to get taxed, crazy, they'll start repatriating all that money back into the U.S. and it just starts to create, that momentum. Not only jobs, but then those people get the jobs and what do? They spend money in the economy and it keeps turning over, and the economy that's what we need.
Yeah.
So
she's saying the feed went up and then it didn't seem to come down again. I know that's what happened. It was like everything started going up. I felt like, during the lockdown, everything kind of went up, and then nothing ever came down. Even when things were, going, as soon as, the last administration came in, it just seemed like it was getting more and more expensive. I'm ready for a replicator. Let me tell you, I'm like over this. It's like, it's just been, it feels like it's been unnecessarily hard for a really long time. To me, that's what it feels like. Like this whole thing was completely unnecessary. Yeah. And Emma was watching a video not that long ago. Exactly.
I know what you mean.
But she was watching a video not that long ago, and they were saying that all of the like chicken and the eggs, like, us having a shortage and all that, it was like completely unnecessary. That guy said that they were like not being fed or something in her video. It wasn't due to some
like
bird
flu
thing.
Or bullshit. Yeah.
It was due to the fact that they were like literally starving them.
Yeah, but don't you remember I think it was not during the lockdowns, but during the COVID era, like within those years, there was, for some reason, there was 45 train crashes, and every time a plane crashed or a train crashed, for some reason it went into a meat facility, and it burnt up a meat facility. The probability of what happened
was ridiculous.
Is insane.
Yeah,
insane. And it just seems like it's one thing after another, but like it almost, when they started talking about the birds getting the bird flu, and then so now the eggs are this or chickens are that. That's the only thing that made me think about that. But you want to know, we forget about. It was only a few years ago. I totally forgot about all the trains crashing and planes crashing into the things, and I just started thinking about it.
And it was also like contaminating water. Remember those towns and stuff, because I was paying attention to the one specifically that was in Ohio, because I have family in Ohio, but it was.
I spoke to a guy that
it was everywhere.
When I was at selling gold, he was literally in the hospital bed because of the poisoned.
Wow.
With that, and he was an older guy. I don't know if he ever made it out because I can never get back in touch with him. I hope he's okay. But yeah, so it's, it's crazy stuff, man.
7-8. Yeah, that's about right for organic. I get like organic salted butter, and it's like £1, and that's about the same. So New Zealand is about the same as here. It might be a few cents difference, but
it's
7
crazy.
something.
What we go and no matter what we buy, we're not leaving. It's got to be about what $217.16. Right?
For what?
That's the average. If we just go in there for a quick shop.
Oh,
like to get eggs, a couple of little meat, and then
it's ridiculous.
Chips and a Hostess cupcake, and you're getting bankrupt.
Eat Hostess cupcakes.
We don't only if it's organic.
Yeah, and no, but
it's true.
Ridiculous.
It's expensive.
It's like crazy. And then forget about it. We have a 15-year-old, so if she does want something that's like extra or whatever, it's ridiculous. But you know what? I feel like things are gonna, because if jobs start coming back, then what they did with the auto industry,
mm-hmm.
And do you think that could make cars cheaper?
Well, the prices will have to level out. It's just that everything goes up because when we were printing money, and it happened during, the couple of years into Trump too, because when COVID came, that was like emergency, but we're still printing money, and the economy came to a halt, and worldwide. But what happened when you introduce and just print more money, and you have the same or less products, supply and demand, the product price is just gonna move.
Yeah.
And so that's like, Occam's razor. That's the simplest reason. That then we could go. There's a lot of theories on why it is, and most of them probably carry some weight. But simply, if you just continue to print money, and you have the same or less products, the products are going to go way up in value.
Yeah, it's exciting because we can see that these things are shifting, and it kind of still has to do with like the stuff that's being uncovered in Egypt and those kind of things. It just feels like shifting, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like things are shifting, so it feels positive. I'm excited about the changes that we're seeing. Disclosure in any form, I think, is positive. I think it can be the catalyst for other types of disclosure as well. And people are going to just kind of get used to hearing new.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a good thing. And then expecting these changes that are happening here in the US, which when things happen in the US, it does seem to trickle into other places, good and bad.
Yeah.
And so if we can have a run of some good stuff and everything that maybe will, put us on a positive trajectory.
Yeah. And I, to really put it on a human level, 2024 was a rough year, but when you look from 2020 on, it was, with COVID lockdowns, people's family members were dying, saying you can't go see them because of COVID, right? And so grandmas were
Be careful how much you're saying that. I don't know if that's still okay.
Everyone, right? We all know what happens. But what my point is that we went through a really rough time, and those were times that were meant to break us. And the fact that we're sitting here and talking about a positive timeline and have light at the end of the tunnel, and we're ready to continue to live and move forward and be a positive force. To me, that's the ascension. That's it.
Yeah. Because
that should have, people should have been broken with that. That's what was trying to, be done, I feel. And when you can push through that, because I know we went through a rough time ourselves, and sitting here together, pushing through it, it just, I think that's what creates the.
And I was going through my awakening.
And the awakening.
That was crazy.
It was
it's just more to pile on, just more fun stuff to pile on.
Yeah, and a good time, midlife stuff. It was wonderful.
Oh God. Well, what are you gonna do? Anyway, so that's pretty exciting. And I think that we're talking about so much in the collective consciousness. We keep talking about manifestation and transformation. And, are we manifesting this as a society because we're expecting good and we're expecting, positive things in the world? We're all thinking timeline shift. Here we go. Things are going to get better. We're doing a positive. And now we're seeing these things that are coming out. Like, are we manifesting these shifts and changes ourselves? We're co-creators.
Yeah.
And, there's so many of us that believe that this is the timeline we're on.
Yeah. No, I without a doubt think that we're definitely co-creating, and it's something that you always want to be mindful of. And you don't want to force anything. You want to, kind of move through it. But I do. I think we're definitely co-creating it. But a large part of it is, I think, that the fight inside us, because we know there's something bigger out there. So no matter what the adversity, we'll move through it. And I think that's why I think we're going. The planet is ascending. I mean, everything is ascending because of how we're doing things.
I love Pam Gregory. I watch her too.
She's awesome.
She's so amazing. And I just love her light and how she's so positive all the time. I try to sometimes catch those Sunday meditations, with her, because I just love her so much. I'll have to check out that video. I don't think I saw it.
That's true.
What did she say? I think that the more people are waking up and doing the work, so the timelines keep shifting up. I agree with you. I think so. And it's really exciting, I am, though. I don't know if you guys are seeing it. Are you seeing that there are people in your life that seem to be having a harder time right now when the things are shifting up? There are some people who seem like things are getting.
The world is falling.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit worse for them. It's hard to watch. It's hard to see. And we try to be there for people in the way that we can. But, it's like, I'm really recognizing that you try to put out one fire, then the next thing is happening to them, the next thing. There's not really a lot you can do in those situations, because it just keeps.
Yeah. And you know what? You do, one of the big lessons that I've learned, you gotta be mindful of who you're giving your energy to. And that, when they say, show me the 5 people you hang around with, and I'll show you who you are. It's not saying anything bad about you or the person you hang out with. What it's saying is, if you're at a higher resonance or a higher frequency, but you're staying with people at a lower resonance, is going to start to drag you down, and you're going to be known as that lower resonance, whatever it may be, right? But if you're staying with people that you have to raise your frequency to be around, then that's when you start attracting, and that's when people start calling that lucky bastard. Oh, he lucked out, but she lucked out. It's not anything to do with luck. It's because you're staying with the right people. You're always in the right vibration. Otherwise, those people wouldn't want you around.
Yeah.
So it's a big lesson, and it's hard when it's family that can pull you a certain way, or a good friend.
And you want to be there for people anyway, and do this thing. I think that's why we're here. We're not here to just like take care of ourselves. It's not like supposed to be a me oriented ascension, right? Although it's an individual thing, we're all kind of doing our own solo ascension timeline. We're still meant to work with each other and help each other and do what it is that we need to do. I think what's helped also the groups in the community that went to Egypt recently, Abby Lynn's group is still there now. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what they come back with, what they have to say. The pictures have been amazing. So we'll see what kind of things that they feel like.
It's amazing that they're there during this time when this just happened.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting, but what a time to be there. Yeah. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, and there's no. Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, there's no mistakes. We are all here at this time, for this reason. Whatever agreements we may have made, good, bad, or indifferent, we're here to play a part. And that's why I think even when the sacred sites you do with Katie, and the every little bit of transmuting some bad energy and leaving some good energy, and everyone doing a little part of of what they can do, is what it's about, because then as a collective we're powerful.
Yeah. We have a couple of family members that are dealing with that too, and it's difficult to watch. And we have some family members that are awake but still really struggling just to carry the information forward, or the wanting to deal with it all. I think a lot of people are tired, and just feel like it's been hard for like a really long time. And, it's to just kind of remember that and hold that. And I know we were going through a really, really tough time, like end of last year, a little bit before end of last year, like that last quarter, I would say. Man, it just felt like we couldn't catch a break, and it was shifting. And I remember I was talking to my friend, hey, Emma. I was talking to my friend, Katie, from Katie in the Chorus. And I was like, why is this stuff keep happening? It's not like we're not, trying to do the right thing and be good people and do all of those things. And she said, it's efficient. If anything, it's efficient when everything's kind of changing and shifting all at once, like a tower card. And it's like major, major shifts in your life. Because she was like, if you were to look at it, and then you were to look at, 6 months ago, how many things have changed in your life? And it was literally everything.
Everything.
There was nothing that didn't change for us on some level. And I was thinking later on, she's right. It was very efficient. It was like shifting us out of that energy, completely shifting us out of that. And we had a very cushy life. Yeah. Like we had a very good, cushy life.
And it got upended real quick.
It got upended. It sure did. And, but here we are, and, we're together and happy and all of that. Our family made it through all of those things and all those shifts. So, it's for whatever reason that needed to happen, and we needed to shift out of that we did. Yeah. And it's kind of like coming to a new place.
Yeah, I feel like every time you go through a rough time like that, I feel like all I have is these quotes in my head of what happens in life, because we did. It was so, when we used to have people go like, you really got to work on your marriage. You really got to work on your marriage. We were less like, who's working on their marriage? This is shit is easy. We just meshed so well,
Yeah.
and it was just it was just crazy. And
Sorry, Victor.
what happened?
His biggest shift was when his mom passed in 2000.
Man, yeah, that's a rough one. The same thing happened with me with my father. I think that seemed to be my, going down. He died about 4 years ago now.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Victor.
But
anyway, that's what happens, and it's funny because I start laughing because I love Sylvester Stallone. Even in one of the Rockies, when he says you'll never get hit harder than life, but it's not hard you can get hit and keep moving forward and stuff, and
That's
all
so
these
true.
things keep popping in my head. But that's what everyone's got to find their own thing or what keeps them moving forward.
yeah, and I talk about it openly, and I have in some of the interviews and stuff I had. I felt like I lost my way. I got so caught up in the 3D of everything that was going on that I couldn't even think about, things outside of my current immediate situation. And I felt like I lost my way. And my guidance had told me at one point, you can't do this wrong. You're doing what you need to do. It's sometimes you can feel like you're off track. Really not. It's more like your road can be winding and have curves in it, but to always know and realize that you're picking up something even in those curves and even in those places that you didn't expect, to be. And sometimes a straight line isn't going to get you where you need to go as efficiently, or maybe it's not the road you're supposed to necessarily be on. But, if you can go through those curves and still keep your joy and still find the ways to be happy in those, you can recognize that you can use those things for your betterment too. Those things can still be important, positive lessons that you can find gratitude for having learned, So, and that's right. That's exactly right, Stephanie.
Yep.
It's always the hard stuff that you get the most growth. It's not really when everything's cushy and it's easy. It's when you struggle and you have to go through something that you don't want to go through, you're not used to going through, that you can kind of gain some perspective and some wisdom.
Which is, I'll tell you, probably why it upended us to that point was because it was so easy. We weren't really learning or working through stuff ever because we didn't have to. Everything was going. And then when it came, it was like I got hit by a 2x4 right off the head. It's like,
yeah.
It was crazy. And I'll tell you, everything that happened there and things that, we did were very, very humbling and very, talk about, just really, I don't know how to explain, right? It was humbling. Like I just, I was like, oh,
God. Thinking you're like past certain things in your life and you would never have to even think about them again. And then now here you are like scrambling and you're just like, oh, okay. It
was crazy.
Yeah. But, the thing is that I really think that to go back to the fact that we are absolutely manifesting this together, all of us together. And so if we can do that, like, let's keep doing that.
Yes.
Let's keep building this positive timeline where disclosure is happening and we are all getting to a better place in our country and financial things and all of that kind of coming together. It's a really positive thing, and it's transformation. It's transformation of our reality. It's transformation of our society, and the collective. And so I think that's
and you know what? And let's say, regardless whatever happens, all you can say is that if you have positive energy and you're thinking in a positive way, and your thoughts, words, and actions are positive, and you're living like you already achieved whatever you were perceiving, it's in your field, it's yours, and even if there's no censure or whatever people want to say to you, it doesn't matter. If you can live that way, you will always do well. And when no matter what's happening, like these people right now that Lisa was saying, it's like the world was falling down, like it was just so bad. And we were going through it, and we were just like, all right, well, it's not that bad. Like, it's not like the world's not on fire. like because we were just felt we were on a different timeline, but it's because of the mindset you're in and everything. So just being positive, and there is no downside to what we do for each other as a community in supporting each other and moving a positive momentum forward in our community, because we're always looking to help humanity, but we're doing it. We're all doing our part. So I just, it's a win-win. No matter what people say, keep up, keep going. Do not let anyone throw you off course.
What about what Anaya is saying? I totally do. And my mother-in-law was just talking about that. She lives in a retirement community here in like the Henderson area. And she was talking about all of the people that she knew that lived in this area that are now spouseless, and living in these houses, and all of these houses now that are going up for sale.
Bunch of cougars
in her neighborhood. And it's kind of sad.
Yes, positive momentum.
Oh, you have younger people too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the worst. Yeah. We're just reading these, like all quiet reading. Yeah, I think that, we're actually witnessing our manifestation and how we're actually transforming our society and our reality. And I think that it should be a call of action to all of us. And I think it should also be proof positive that we need to keep doing what we're doing, thinking about things the way that we think about them, and staying in that positive mindset, to continue to know that we can do this. Like, look what we're doing. We're changing things, and we're manifesting disclosure, and we're manifesting, positive changes in our countries and our societies. And, and I wonder with that, Ken, when you're talking about some of the repercussions and things that came out of that time period of the lockdown that we were just on, I wonder if, I would think that would have to be agreement, but I'm wondering if that was so that the people that were in their lives and around them, they were kind of, they were willing to be that lesson for people, that wake up call for people, so that they could recognize what was happening. Because if it wasn't for these young people, especially, that were going through something like this, people would say cancer happens, old people die. These are the things that happen, but you really can't do it with that, can you? It's just so anomalous, and there's so many. No, that's a good point. That's a good point. And and when you see numbers like that, the 400% up, when the military when they did their studies, when it came to miscarriages, when you get everything taken out as a woman, what do you call it? Hysterectomy.
Hysterectomies, all that stuff like that. It just, between the jabbed and the unjabbed, it was incredible. Cancer, brain problems, everything was up high double digits, if not triple digits, all of it. And those are our military people that are putting their life on the line for us. That's a new type of evil.
Yeah. I think too, Emma, I wonder if I think there's going to be a large swath of people that literally don't wake up, that have just decided that for whatever reason, that with their souls or their situations, that they're not going to hear that. Maybe it's not what they're here to do, but to experience, this time in this situation from a different perspective. Because we talked about that a little bit before when we were talking about people that that have such a different way of thinking, and they're really, really good people. It's like, even Trump had said that at one point, that there's like really good people on both sides of this, political spectrum. It's like that with everything, I think. And, how does that happen? How does it happen where these really, really good people don't see things that you feel it's like fairly obvious, and they don't see it. I don't know.
Yeah, but one of the things you were saying that is you have to kind of reconcile it is the people who are the kind of the biggest pains in the ass to you, the people who you kind of start to loathe or have a hostility for. Those are the people that you may have been closest to, and they maybe did a soul contract with you, going, you know what? So you can grow. I'm going to be the biggest asshole in your life. And that's what I'm going to do for you. So this life that I'm going to sacrifice this one for you, and I'm going to be the asshole. But you're going to hate me, but you're going to learn how to move through it. And it just made me look at things a little bit different.
Yeah.
If that's so. Yeah.
Well, if you think about contracts and things like that, if it's like you're all coming down, this soul group is coming down together, right? And you're like, this is what you need to experience on some level in order to grow. And, I'm telling you, oh, I got you. Wait till you can see I can be like a huge bitch. Don't even worry about it. I got you. I can do it.
That's so horrible.
Yeah. And then you just kind of do that for each other. So that person that's like literally the thorn in your side, is like somebody that actually you're very, very close to and was willing to be that for you so that you could experience and grow, and you trusted them enough to allow them to be that in your life.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That was just, what a different perspective.
Yeah.
And then the people that you're just fighting with, you got to go like this. Hey, man, all right, it's all right that you're an asshole. Thank you for the growth. I appreciate it.
Next time I get to do that for you.
Yeah. You just have to wait till we die and come back.
Yeah. So anyway, so I think that, it's kind of a exciting time. I think that, we're going to be looking at these more and more of these situations. It's not going to just be, in Egypt either. I think, because there are these pyramids all over the planet, and you really don't hear about a lot of them. I mean, you hear about, the ones in South America. The Bosnian one has been getting some attention.
Yeah.
You haven't heard of that one?
No.
I know that Tyler was even talking about it, but I was watching that guy that does autodidactic. I think is his channel. He went there and was talking about, what's the one where the UFC fighter?
Jordan.
No, the UFC fighter that's from Kazakhstan or something.
Could be.
Anyway, there's something over there too that at the foot of it, it's one of those Dan places. I'm not positive exactly, I think. But anyway, he built this whole like spiritual place that you could go at the foot of this pyramid by wherever he lives. I don't know. It might have been Bosnia. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm saying all that to say that they're going to be starting to, come to our attention more and more. We're going to find out how much, and wait until we start talking about like Antarctica, right?
Yeah.
You hear the stories around Antarctica and the things that people say, are there, and the information and stuff that's there.
They were saying that they're saying that it is, and then even where the map is, there's more landmass that we like are privy to.
That's one of the maps that have been floating around for a while. That there's like this big ice wall, and we're kind of within that period, and that there's some pilots and stuff that say they have seen it and they're not allowed to go past it. It's like a no-fly zone kind of a thing.
The NPCs. What did Megan Rose say? 80%.
70 something, I think.
70 or 80% of the people out there are could be NPCs. Soulless.
She was shocked by that.
Yeah.
She was like asking, and then they said like as much as 70%. She was like, what?
Yeah. She acts like twice, right?
Yeah.
2 times.
I mean, I don't know. That's hard to wrap your head around.
You ain't kidding.
70% of the population being NPCs.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have, I don't know. What do you guys think of that? That's kind of hard to think that there would be. I mean, that would mean that a lot of people in your family, a lot of the people that you interact with, a lot of people around, those people would be NPCs.
Yeah. And you want to know, I want to make sure we touch on it. Lori and Emma it's a good conversation, and it's, you know, your biological family here is one thing, but the soul tribe family that you find, like communities like this, is something that you can really, you know, bond with, and it can be, you can have very, very close bonds. Look at, you know, some of the people we've met, and I just think that's exciting. If you family, community, and fellowship is such a huge thing, you know, with any organization that's successful, they have a great onboarding process where you're fellowshipped in and you feel wanted, and you know, you're kind of in there. So when you have this, it's great, especially people who are alone, and they can find a community to dig into, and it's something like this that is love and light. It's a great thing. So I agree with you, Lori and Emma.
Yeah. And yeah, it would be hard to think that there would be people that you're interacting with. It would be the people that are walking by on the streets and driving around all the time, you know, like, I don't know, maybe those people that are filling spaces, and things that you would think would be more the NPCs.
Yeah. Megan Rose, Annette said it. Megan Rose, she talks to, what's her name, Ludwig? What's the guy's name?
What is wrong with you? You never remember anybody's name.
Lucian?
I can't think of it now because you're saying weird names. It's who does anybody know what Megan's Valnick. Valnick. Ludwig and I don't know, something else. I don't know. What is wrong with you?
So Red is energy, it's like family, yeah. Yeah, so
she's totally family.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Totally family. She's the sweetest. Like, she was so instrumental in me kind of getting through some of my harder times when I was going through all this stuff and like trying to suspend disbelief. But I kept being like, what the F is this? Yeah. What is happening? This cannot all be, you know, the situation. And Ludwig, I know. He's so crazy.
Ken, you know Ludwig too, Ken. I know. Hey,
he does that. It's like people, like the girls' boyfriends or whatever. And he'll say something that is so totally off. Like, you know, the kid's name is, I don't know, Steve. And he'll call them Brian or something. And they're like, who's Brian? And he'll be like, you're the kid you're with. And they're like, Steve. And, you know, because he doesn't ever remember. He's so crazy. He's so crazy. You're laughing hysterically. You should try being here with him. He used to make me laugh all the time, by the way, when we were first started dating. I was always laughing at him, like my stomach would hurt from laughing at him. Now all I do is roll my eyes. I'm just like, oh my God, I can't with you. And his family is like the same thing. They're just like, they'll smack him. They're like, the moms will like hit him.
Yeah, I get hit a lot.
See? NPCs are easily identified by their no frequency effect in your presence, or they're just like stuck on. It's like those games where, you know, my kids would play those games and they'd have to go up and talk to a character so they could get information. It didn't matter how many times they walked away and walked back. It had like one of 3 different phrases it would say, and that was like it. Yeah. It's like that. That's it. Yeah, that's what they're like, and
But
and there's also nothing in their eyes.
That's a good way to put it, though. They don't have a frequency effect, because, you know, once you get used to it, babe, you know, when you're walking near somebody, you can tell right away how your gut feeling on them almost immediate now.
Yeah.
You kind of tap in.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting, but anyway, I hope you guys all had a beautiful weekend, and this week is going to be good. We are going to be doing some changes. I'm nervous, but I am going to start doing my own segment.
She kicked me right out.
On Wednesdays. I'm going to be doing that. And I was thinking about doing it live, but I think I might record it. I don't know. I'm not sure if I should do it live or not, but I'm going to start doing one on Wednesdays. We're going to kind of do that schedule. Sundays, it's going to be hours together. Mm-hmm. Tuesdays, you're going to be doing it.
Wednesdays. I'm off on Wednesday.
Oh, it's going to be Wednesday also. Oh, so maybe I shouldn't do Wednesday. I didn't think of that.
I thought you weren't, because I was off on Wednesday, so you were going to do it Tuesday.
Oh, okay. I have to adjust it then, because he's going to do Wednesdays. He'll do every other week with Jace, and then
every other week the John Drop.
And then the weeks that he's not with Jace, he'll be doing the John Drop. And so you guys think I should do it live? That makes me
Live.
nervous.
Live is fun.
Myself. I get distracted easy too. So I don't know. It might not be great. But anyway, okay. So now if he's going to be doing it on Wednesday, I need to think of a different day to do it. What do you think?
There's 4 other days. You can do Tuesday.
There's 6 other days, but okay.
No, well, because
there's not 4 other days. There's 6 other days.
Yeah, but we have
There's 7 days a week.
things going on.
What do we have?
Sunday we have deep dives, so that minuses a day.
Yeah.
And Fridays we need to sleep. That's another day.
Fridays we need to sleep.
Thursday or Tuesday.
You're not even home on Fridays. You work all the time. So okay, so if you're, I'm going to be doing a live, I guess a live show,
a solo show
by myself, like a segment by myself. So I'm
it's
trying to think of the day.
You got some really good. Yeah,
I've got some
good content.
I've got some exciting stuff to like talk about and to do with, you know, the topics, like I'm kind of breaking down the topics of like, you know, through the awakening, how to keep yourself. Monday might be a good day, Stephanie, but that would mean I have to do it tomorrow and I'm not ready.
But also when Monday Night Football comes on, it's not good because you like to watch Monday Night Football.
I literally never watch football.
Oh.
I don't watch football. I don't even like football. I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, so, well, okay. So yeah, maybe I'll take a week and start next Monday.
It's already been a week, Stephanie. No, she can't procrastinate no longer.
No, I know, because I've got to get on here. I've got to get on here more, and I want to. I do want to. I've been doing the sessions. They're going really well. Thank you to all of the people that were booking with me. It's so fun. I'm so fascinated by all of you. I can't believe you get like this sneak peek into like reality and what reality kind of actually is. And it's totally different than we think. Mm-hmm. And it is so fun and exciting.
She's got some stuff. She got stuff that it's very, very different with some of the people you spoke to and it resonated with them. And some of the reviews have been like mind blowing. I read them. I'm like, holy cow. And
I put some of them up on the website. So,
yeah, I mean, it's pretty incredible. She's really hitting her stride. So
it's so fun. I can tell I'm supposed to be doing it because I enjoy it so much. And I had somebody ask me to do something like because I try to meditate before and then I try to get information and then, I'll get stuff, but she asked me to just kind of like wing it and do something live. And it totally came in good and clear. And I was so relieved because I was like, let me see if I can do that. I don't know if I can do that. And it worked. And I was just like, yay.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm interested when I saw some of the things she's meditating on and what she's doing to get for content. The shows are going to be packed with.
Thank you, Ken.
Really good stuff.
Thank you very much for that.
Wait.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. So I'm going to do the show. So if we're going to do Sunday and then we're going to do Wednesday.
Yeah, and the rest of the week.
The rest of the week. Should I do Monday or is that like Sunday, Monday? I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, don't matter.
Okay.
Whatever you want to do. Yeah, just to do them. You knock them out. Sunday, Monday, you knock yours out, and then Wednesday, and I'm mine.
Okay. I'm going to do Mondays, but I'm not going to do this Monday. Oh, she said Friday. See that you'll get me and I'll be like, should I do Friday? No. But Friday would spread it out more.
Why don't you?
I get a lot of sessions on Fridays. I've noticed.
Why don't you do it? Why don't you? Well, if you want, do you want to do one this week, or you want to procrastinate all week? It's up to you. You can procrastinate.
I think I'll do Monday. Look, she said Monday works for her. Emma said Monday. Stephanie is the one that suggested Monday. Yeah. So yeah, I think. Oh, and Lori said Thursdays are good.
I was saying Tuesday or Thursday, but maybe Monday or Thursday, either one. But either way, and you know what, Thursday could be a good if you're going to do like a quick recording and put them out on Thursday if you want.
Yeah, I could do like little bite-sized thoughts and stuff too. Anyway, we want to fill up more time and kind of put more information on there. I think it's like important and it's needed. So I'm going to think about that. I'm thinking I'm going to go with Monday, but maybe I could record something small and do it on.
Turn Your Truth is Thursday.
It's Thursdays too. Okay, so we'd have to. I don't know. It's a lot. I'm not sure. But anyway, we love you guys. Thank you so much for
Yes.
coming on with us
Yeah,
and
thanks
spending
for
some time
hanging
with
out.
us. It's always fun to hang out with you guys. And I guess we will see you for sure Tuesday. No, Wednesday.
Wednesday.
You used to do Tuesday, so it's confusing to me.
I'm doing. Is this Wednesday with Jason? Oh no, this is the John drop. Yeah, this is the John drop. So yeah, we'll do.
Do you know what
something.
you're talking about yet?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do my my pickleball thing. You know what happened there, and big happening. I learned how to serve.
Oh,
But no. So anyway, a little on the pickleball. I don't know if anyone's playing pickleball, but if you do, it is awesomely fun. But also, yeah, I'm just going to talk about the stock market went down and kind of the differences between the how the crypto markets, the stock market, bond markets, annuity with insurance, and how they all kind of can gel together to make a good a kind of a complementary investment portfolio for you.
yes, it's Wednesday at 10.
Yeah.
That's the time that he's on. So, but anyway, you guys have a good night, and we love you, and we will we'll talk to you again soon.
How big my hand look?
Yeah, Live Monday. Well, your hands are big. I told him if we could put your hand next to my hand. Do you see this? Is that insane? If we ever are like stuck in a boat and we don't have a paddle, we're all good. Johnny's got us. All right. Anyway.
All right.
All right, you guys.
Bye, guys. We love you.
See you later. Bye.